In this video, I'm going to be attempting to fill my parents' living room completely full of prime. And I say attempting because this could end in complete disaster, flooding their entire house. And since I still live with my parents, let's see what they have to say.
I don't know if I like the sound of this, son.
If this goes wrong, I'm going to delete your YouTube channel.
We cannot afford for this to go wrong because
we're going to put 1,000 gallons of prime inside my parents' living room.
That's 10,000 pounds of liquid, the same weight as 6 great white sharks in my parents' living room.
All that weight would bust the walls and flood this entire living room.
So the first step is to clear out the room, ready to build a structure inside to hold all the prime. Just one small problem with that though.
So I won't be able to move these PCs or any of the other electronics because there simply isn't enough room. I'm not one of these YouTubers which live in a multi-million-pound mansion. I live in a house with my family and that's it. So these are going to have to stay.
But I'm no qualified builder and just taking the knowledge I've learned from YouTube to try and build this.
So let's start building the prime tank.
Now that we've cleared the room as best as we can, it's time to start building.
So the walls in the living room are not going to be strong enough, so we're going to be reinforcing them with lots of wood and timber.
We're going to need lots and lots of wood and a lot of prime, but more on that later.
So we're just getting all the wood right now. We're going to need a lot of wood. We got wood. It's cost an absolute fortune, so make sure you subscribe.
Now that we have the wood, it's time to move on to step 3.
So that's the first frame done, but that's taken 2 hours in itself, and I've still got another 20 more to go. Gaps here, it's got things coming through. Hopefully this will hold, otherwise it's going to flood the living room.
But I just made my first huge mistake. I cut all the boards the wrong size, which means I can't use any of that wood.
So I just spent 3 hours recutting all this wood because I cut them the wrong size, but now they're done, it's time to take them inside. But we've got another problem. Where am I going to get enough bottles to fill this pool?
Finding enough prime to fill over 1,000 gallons is near enough impossible. So we set out on a long journey which took us 3 days, and we went to every single supermarket in the country trying to find prime. And yes, I mean every single supermarket. The journey itself was over 1,000 miles. We managed to get over 300 bottles, but we still don't think that's going to be enough. But more on that later. Right now, it's time to begin construction inside. This floods, all the electronics will be completely destroyed.
So that part over there isn't very strong, so we're going to have to try and reinforce that, otherwise it'll bust and completely flood the living room. It doesn't feel very strong.
I've reinforced it as best we can, but time will tell once we fill this with prime.
So what do you think of this structure in the room then? What would it do if it leaked in the living room?
I'll kill you, but kill you.
Ryan's going skateboarding in and now he's going to drop in.
With the structure built, it's now time to add the tarp, but we're having trouble getting out of it.
But can you do it? Good job, good job. You're right. Well done.
Adding the tarp to hold the prime is now complete. Will it hold? But before we add the prime, there's a big problem, which we'll only find out after we've started filling. So let's continue. So we start adding the prime, bottle after bottle. As you can imagine, the smell starts to become unbearable. And remember when I said earlier we're going to talk more about prime? Well, it turns out we didn't actually buy enough, over 400 bottles, and we still don't think we have enough. So we have to come up with a new plan to fill this tank.
So we decided to aid the prime. We're going to do 50% water, 50% prime. 400 bottles over there. We're going to fill it up to around there, check for any leaks, and then add the remainder of the prime.
The new plan is time to keep adding prime and water. Will it even hold?
So that one there, that's our 100th bottle of prime going in. Hey! 100% or bust.
100%.
100% or bust.
I think it's going to go bust.
I just thought, right, if that falls in, I'm going to get electrocuted. So we're not even a quarter of the way through yet and it's starting to make some creaking noises. So we're going to go around and check to see if there's any leaks because we can't afford this to leak into the living room.
Okay, I'm underneath the structure looking for any leaks. I'm going to have to keep checking every 10 minutes or so because as more water gets added, the pressure gets worse. Oh no, Shaq, I don't want you here.
But all our worst dreams are about to come true. Selena did find a leak.
Obviously something at the bottom of the tarp is ripped because it's leaking out slowly.
We've got a leak and it's at the bottom round there. We're being deadly serious. We're about a third of the way in and it's just started leaking. Go and have a look around that side.
It's trickling out from under there and it's come all the way over here.
It's under the structure itself. You can see the water flowing here, look. Look. You can see the water flowing in this direction. I don't really know how to plug it up because it's going to be where you're standing. Like when you look in this area now, because we mopped it up, right?
Does it look fine?
You can't really tell that anything's going on. So obviously I think it'd been going on probably since the start.
Ryan's plugged it up as best he can and we're going to keep on going. So the water and the prime is literally up to my knees right now. It could literally flood the living room because it is still leaking right there now. This is crazy. Look how much water is literally in here, in the living room.
So despite the leak, we decide to keep on filling with prime and water. This could end in complete disaster, or we could be complete heroes. Only time will tell.
I'm so sticky. My face is sticky. My legs are sticky. I heard a creak then.
Did you actually?
That's like, seriously, yeah, I heard a creak.
Because you put your hand on it. Oh no.
As we start to add more and more prime and water, the pressure is taking its toll on the structure. It could literally burst at any minute.
How's Ryan looking over there? Are we checking for any more leaks around the structure?
I can't see anymore.
So for now, we're good to keep filling, but how long will this last? It could literally break at any second.
So as you can see, it's up to my knees now. We're still filling. Ryan is taking care of the leak over in the corner. We've done about 193 bottles of prime now and we're still going. I'm taking a shower with prime.
Don't fall down,
My skin! Smell me! I smell like prime. My eyes are burning! My eyes are burning! My eyes!
We're just over halfway now and the prime is going down like crazy. And I'm not even sure if this is going to hold till the end.
251! It's holding so far.
But for how long?
My living room is literally full of prime. I can't believe it. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
moving.
What do you mean it's moving?
When you sat
Yeah,
down
when you
there,
sat down that side, flowed out.
pushed.
Problem side.
Oh, I just heard some bubbles.
Yeah, can you stand up a second?
Oh.
We're so close. This could be the end for us though. We decide to keep on going and fill it so I can actually swim in the prime.
If this gives way, if one of these give way, it's going to completely flood the living room. That there is bottle 300 and it's going in.
To complete this challenge, the prime has to be high enough for me to be able to swim in it. It's swim or bust at this point. We continue filling with prime. It's so close to be able to swim in it. We keep hearing creaking. The leak is getting bigger. We can't stop now. We've come too far. We're so close.
Careful, that didn't feel good. That moved.
Oh, it's all been building up to this. If it's not high enough, we're going to call it quits and I will have failed. All this hard work, all this building, getting all the prime, spending all this money will have been for
I'm
nothing.
literally swimming in prime. There's over 400 bottles of prime in here. I'm floating. I'm trying to keep myself afloat. This is insane. Absolutely insane, this. If this busts, the entire living room is going to be flooded.
You've done it. You've accomplished.
I've accomplished it. I am actually swimming in prime in my living room. Take that. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Is it really bowing?
It's blowing a little.
I hear movement now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Time to call it quits.